Hi, my name is Happy Flute Player. I am an enrolled member of the Spirit Lake Sioux Tribe. I reside in Flanders, South Dakota, and I've been here since 2001. Initially, this was my father's dream. It was his dream to educate the masses about Pipestone National Monument. He's been gone now for some time. If anybody ever met my father, you would know he was a very educated man when it came to our Dakota values. 2025 would make 10 years go by since he's been gone. It's only fitting to make his dream come true. Let's begin. Before we start at the quarry pits at Pipestone National Monument, I want to show you what exactly we are extracting from the earth. This is going to be a two-part video showing myself carving and making a pipe out of stone, also known as catlinite. The finished pipe that you are going to see in the beginning of the video is a pipe that me and my father made about 20 years ago. I myself have not made a pipe since, so this is going to be the best interpretation of what my father showed me. I'm going to first start taking out measurements of the raw, uncut piece of pipestone, and I'm going to trace and try to find the similar design and etch it onto the stone so I can cut it out with a saw, a hand saw. My three sons are also watching me in this video. I'm showing them kind of what my dad showed me. That's the saw that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to start cutting out each corner, starting with the bottom. I specifically picked this corner of the raw stone because of that. Guess you can see yellow strip. You'll see at the end of the video why. As you can see, it's a very thick piece of stone. Now I'm going to cut out the T-shaped bowl. Starting on the right side. Right here, you're going to see where I pop off the piece that I cut off. Right there. We use the dust from the stone that we get. That's why I chose to gather it. My dad would use certain things, make paints, other things, other miscellaneous things with that pipestone dust. Sure wish my dad would have taught me how or what he would use it for. But I'm just keeping it for safekeeping. You never know if anybody would want to use it down the road or needs it. One thing that's very important about carving the stone and cutting it out is patience. I was rushing it, and you could see where I made mistakes. And it's been my first time I made a pipe in 20 years. Doing is I'm cutting off more off the stone because didn't cut straight. Sorry, it's been some years since I did it, but I'm showing you that I need to cut more off, because when you cut more off with the saw, it's less that you have to use your file with, which we get on part 2 of the video. We'll show you. But for the first part, we're just going to show you how and what you use the saw for. I got a straight edge too as well that will help me with making straighter cuts. It's all about patience. Plus, it was also extremely hard trying to do this so I can record it at the same time as well. But we're trying our best here. You see that dust right there? That's the shell. And then the red dust is the actual stone. I'll show you more towards the end of the video, because there's a protective layer on the pipestone, and it's like a very yellowy shell, and pipestone's dark red, and that's the difference. You're sawing off the shell. There's me cracking the stone after cutting it. I don't really recommend that. I probably shouldn't have done that, because you'll see in part 2 where it kind of hurt me in the long run, filing and filing and filing, if I just kind of took my time. I forgot how tedious this can be. You can see now that I'm cutting the shell off, the protective shell off the pipestone. You don't really want that on the finished product. You kind of want that dark red. Right there, you can see where I'm cutting it off right there. Dark red, there's the shell. We want that, we don't want that. You see me cracking that shell off? You see the different colors? In the next video, my phone died, so I guess we don't get to see the final shell coming off, but we'll see coming up here. This is where I get the last shell off, but then my phone died. I'm going to try to compress these 2 videos down to maybe 2 10-minute videos. But this probably took me 2 days, 5 to 6 hours each day. Here I'm cutting the final shape of the pipe. I'll show you a comparison of the finished one and the one that I'm doing now. There's the files that I use. They're wood files, not really ideal for stone, but it's kind of hard finding tools like that at your local hardware store. There, I'm wrapping up the finishing silhouette, or the last shape of it. There it is right there. All the outer shell removed. There's the finished product, and next to the raw product. And the next video shows a better angle. Right there, that's in its rawest form before I start forming it in part 2. I'll show you how we got that color too.